The Allure and Downfall of Thirst Traps, Exploring Phenomenon, Perpetrators, and Consequences. Welcome to another episode of Information for Life, insights and ideas to navigate your world. In today's episode, we'll analyze the captivating yet potentially destructive world of so-called thirst traps. We'll explore the concept itself, the science and brain chemistry driving the behavior of the creator and the consumer, discuss how men perpetuate and enable these types of behaviors, examine the lives they impact, and look at the possible long-term consequences for those involved. So buckle up as we embark on a fascinating journey into the realm of thirst traps. Understanding thirst traps. To begin, let's define what we mean by thirst traps. The term thirst trap is a slang term that emerged in the early 2010s, primarily in the context of social media. It is difficult to pinpoint the exact origin of the term, as it likely evolved from informational online conversations and colloquial language used by social media users. The term gained traction and became more widely recognized as social media platforms such as Instagram and Twitter grew in popularity. Over time, the term thirst trap has become a common way to describe alluring or provocative images and videos shared on social media platforms with the intent to gain attention, compliments, or validation from others. A study by Monago and others, 2008, found that young women were more likely than young men to post sexualized self-presentations on social networking sites, emphasizing their physical appearance. Similarly, a study by Fardelay and others, 2017, reported that women were more likely to post appearance-focused images compared to men. It is important to note that these studies do not specifically focus on thirst traps, but rather on self-presentation and objectification in a broader sense. Moreover, social media trends and behaviors are constantly evolving, and these studies might not accurately reflect the current state of social media usage. While these studies suggest that women may be more likely to post alluring content online, it is crucial to recognize that men also engage in similar behaviors. Further research is needed to provide more accurate and up-to-date statistics regarding gender differences in posting so-called thirst traps. However, while thirst traps are not exclusive to women, for the purpose of our discussion, we'll focus on instances where women are the ones posting these images. Thirst traps have become increasingly common in today's digital age, with platforms like Instagram and Snapchat providing the perfect space for these types of posts. But what drives someone to share such content? Often, it comes down to a desire for validation, attention, or even power. However, as we'll see, the pursuit of these goals can lead to damaging consequences for the individuals involved and those around them. A glimpse into the brain chemistry behind online attention-seeking and attraction. Let's explore the brain chemistry and science behind thirst traps, both from the perspective of the person posting the content and the person viewing it. First, the person posting a thirst trap. Dopamine and reward system. When a person posts a thirst trap, they often anticipate receiving likes, comments, and attention. This anticipation releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Berridge and Robinson, 1998. As the person receives the desired attention, the brain's reward system is activated, reinforcing the behavior and encouraging future posts. Wise and Rompra, 1989. Oxytocin and social bonding. Sharing personal content, such as thirst traps, can also lead to the release of oxytocin, a hormone involved in social bonding and attachment. Cotter, 2014. This hormone promotes feelings of trust, empathy, and connection with others, further motivating the person to engage in similar behaviors. Ovnis Moberg, 1998. Second, the person viewing a thirst trap. Mirror neurons and empathy. Mirror neurons, which fire both when an individual performs an action and when they observe someone else performing the same action, can play a role in the viewer's response to thirst traps. Rizzolatti and others, 1996. These neurons may elicit feelings of empathy, attraction, or desire in the viewer. Iacoboni, 2009. Neurotransmitters and attraction. When a person views an attractive image, such as a thirst trap, the brain releases a cocktail of neurotransmitters, including dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. Fisher and others, 2002. These neurotransmitters contribute to feelings of pleasure, happiness, and excitement, which can lead to a positive emotional response towards the image of the person who posted it. Aaron and others, 2005. Thirst traps can be both fake and potentially harmful due to several reasons, which involve psychological and social aspects. Here are a few key points to consider. Inauthenticity. Thirst traps often involve individuals presenting an idealized version of themselves, which can be misleading and inauthentic. This can result in unrealistic expectations, promoting comparisons with others, and potentially fostering a false sense of self-worth. Fartley and others, 2015. Impact on mental health. Constant exposure to idealized images, such as thirst traps, can negatively impact the viewer's self-esteem, body image, and overall mental health. Research has shown that increased exposure to social media and the resulting social comparisons can contribute to feelings of depression, anxiety, and dissatisfaction with one's life. Perloff, 2014. Addiction and dependence. The brain chemistry involved in posting and viewing thirst traps, as discussed in the previous point, can lead to addiction and dependence on social media for validation and reward. This reliance on external validation can undermine one's ability to develop a healthy sense of self-worth and self-esteem. Anderson and others, 2016. Objectification. Thirst traps can contribute to the objectification of individuals, promoting the idea that a person's value is solely based on their physical appearance. This can lead to negative self-evaluations and reinforce harmful stereotypes that objectify people, particularly women. Daniels and Zurbriggen, 2016. While thirst traps can provide temporary validation and pleasure, it's false validation and can also lead to inauthenticity, negative impacts on mental health, addiction, and objectification. These factors contribute to the potentially harmful nature of thirst traps in the context of social media interactions. The role of men in perpetuating thirst traps. Now, let's discuss the role that men play in perpetuating and enabling thirst traps. Again, it's important to acknowledge that men are not solely responsible for the existence of thirst traps, as women can and do make their own choices about what to share on social media. However, the attention and validation provided by men can act as a driving force behind the phenomenon. Men often engage with thirst traps by liking, commenting, or sharing the content, thereby providing the poster with a false sense of validation and encouraging them to continue posting similar content. This type of validation creates a cycle of attention-seeking behavior where the person posting the thirst trap becomes increasingly reliant on the validation they receive from their online audience. Impact on other women. Thirst traps can have a profound impact on other women as well. The constant bombardment of provocative images on social media can contribute to feelings of insecurity and pressure to conform to a certain beauty standards. This insecurity can lead to negative mental health consequences, including body dissatisfaction, low self-esteem, and even eating disorders. Moreover, women who choose not to engage in the world of thirst traps can feel marginalized and ostracized, as their more demure online presence may not attract the same level of attention or admiration. This difference in level of attention can further contribute to feelings of inadequacy and isolation. The downfall of thirst traps. Lastly, let's consider the potential consequences for those who engage in thirst trap behavior. While the attention and validation gained from posting provocative content may seem appealing, it is a double-edged sword. The very nature of thirst traps means that the attention received is shallow and short-lived, leading to a constant need for validation and an insatiable desire for more attention. This cycle leaves individuals feeling empty, unfulfilled, and unhappy, as their self-worth becomes intrinsically tied to their online presence. Furthermore, the relationships formed through thirst trap interactions are superficial and lack the depth necessary for true connection and support. Ultimately, those who engage in thirst trap behavior may find themselves alone, as the relationships they've cultivated are based on superficial attraction rather than genuine emotional bonds. This lack of genuine bonding can result in feelings of loneliness, despair, and a lack of fulfillment in life. Breaking the cycle and finding fulfillment. So, how can we break the cycle of thirst trapping and find genuine fulfillment in life? Here are a few strategies to consider. Cultivate authentic connections. Focus on building relationships based on shared interests, values, secure attachments, and emotional intimacy rather than seeking attention through superficial means. Engage in meaningful conversations and invest time in getting to know people on a deeper level. Redirect your focus. Instead of seeking external validation, work on developing self-confidence and self-worth from within. Pursue personal growth, set goals, and celebrate your accomplishments. By focusing on personal development, you can become less reliant on external validation. Limit social media exposure. Be mindful of the time you spend on social media and the content you consume. Limit your exposure to accounts that promote unrealistic beauty standards or contribute to feelings of insecurity. Consider following accounts that inspire true personal growth, self-love, building actual relationships, and mental well-being. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, acknowledging all of us have flaws and imperfections. Embrace your unique qualities and appreciate the person you are, rather than comparing yourself to others or seeking validation through superficial means. Remember, while thirst traps offer a temporary boost in dopamine, serotonin, attention, and validation, they lead to damaging long-term consequences for both the individuals involved and those around them. By recognizing the pitfalls of this phenomenon and taking steps to break the cycle, we can foster healthier relationships, develop a stronger sense of self-worth, and ultimately find greater fulfillment in life. The resources in the description provide an excellent starting point for understanding the psychological impact of social media behavior. As you explore the topic, you may also come across more recent studies or books that delve deeper into specific aspects of social media use and its effects on mental health and well-being. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Information for Life, Insights and Ideas to Navigate Your World. We hope this discussion has provided valuable insights into the world of thirst traps and has encouraged you to reflect on your own online behaviors and relationships. Until next time, take care and keep seeking the knowledge that enriches your life.